Just going to say, you know what, I want Bayern.
Bro, I read this morning. I read this morning that the reason, so City obviously did that PR shit saying, oh yeah, we didn't realise it was going to cost this much. Absolute bullshit. It's come out this morning that the reason City pulled out is because they found out that Florian Wirtz has agreed terms with the club and only wants to go to one club.
Bayern Munich.
If that club happens to be Liverpool, then shoot me, yeah, because I don't believe it is. It's Bayern Munich. Like, he's been nailed on. I don't think he goes Liverpool. If he does, then the rest of the league is in trouble. If they get their fullbacks, they get fucking Wirtz. They've already just won the Premier League. They've kept Salah. They're keeping Van Dijk. Yeah, long day. But I don't think he goes to Liverpool. And I also think that Liverpool actually eventually probably look at the money side of things and go, fuck that.
I don't think they do, though.
Florian. Oh, art thou Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, my mate. Hey, England, Manchester, Etihad, this Stade will be playing Champions League football next year, my friend. Yeah, how about you take a little 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen over to Manchester. We'll get you a nice hotel stay. Little 2-2 medical, £300,000 a week. Couple bonuses thrown in there. 2-2 Ballon d'Or in a couple years. Champions League. Happy days. You want to go Bayern Munich. Little 2032 Bayern Munich driller. Happy days. We get the next up and coming star. How about it, Florian? Florian. How art thou, Florian? Smash the likes up, man. Come on. I'm fucking seshed off.
Listen, word to you. We've been starving, bro. We've been starving. And Mons, you know me. At first I was like, I don't know. But the more it builds up, when he's given the green light now, allow us to be gassed. What's your saying, Mons? I'm ready to be
present today. Usually I hold these fingers up. And you all know what that means. But last year, I did that. And you guys know what that meant last year. But you know what it means this year. I know what you're saying. Cal, remember Caicedo. Cal, please don't jinx it. Cal, no. Zubi. I wanted this. I needed this. Zubi. Yeah. I'll make that substitution.
Aye, on my life, Mons, what are you doing? Mons, what are you doing? Big up everyone, man, inside the building. I don't even know what he's doing, but there's 650 of you in there. Please smash the likes. Mons, he has to apologize to you lot. No joke. Here we are. Mons, you are so late. It's unreal.
Come on, man.
Now, I don't care if it's the Wirtz weekend or the Wirtz day or whatever show day, but please, you have to give these people a little bit of something like to say, you know what?
You have to build up anticipation, bro.
That is insane.
To my fellow Wirtzes, my fellow Wirtzes, do you know what I'm saying? Happy Wirtz Day. And if you thought it was a Wirtz Day or not a Wirtz weekend, then you're mistaken.
Oh my God. All right, by the way, we was asking if people can get creative for Wirtz, then please get creative with his name. I don't know what others that you haven't come up with yet, but someone said something earlier, and I thought, yeah, you know what, you've already won. I'm trying to find it, and someone said flow motion. Don't get me wrong. Nah, there was another one. Someone said, I said, you've already won. I'm trying to find the comment now. Flo Malone, that was a great one.
Flow motion.
Flow motion. I'm trying to find it. One sec. Sorry it
Florida.
Wirtz. Sorry it Wirtz. No, sorry it Wirtz. So you know, like sorry it hurts.
Oh yeah, I said sorry it Wirtz.
That is the best. That's the best one, man.
We saying Florian squirts. That's dark. If he has a hand,
whoa. Someone clip that. Safe. What's the minute on that? 5 minute 20. Yeah, louder. That's disgusting work.
That's the I need my shades. I don't even know my shades. I need to.
Should we bring Joey into this?
I said flow diggity.
You know what? Let me ask the comments. You know what? Joey said, I'm about if you need another. Should we bring Joey or should we just do us two? Let us know in the comments. Should we add a third or should we just have me and Monts? Yeah, let's ask what the people want. Make sure you smash the likes. All right, let's ask. Start a poll. Choose me and Monts, or am I writing me like Casa Monts plus Joey? I'm sorry, man. It's democracy out here, bro. Soon we got something to update you lot with as well. There's going to be some changes, right, Monts? Indeed, some changes. I'm glad that you lot. There was quite a few positive comments about when you was here. People actually said that you look really different. I don't know why. I think it's because you just didn't have a hat on. But like, I've
seen better times without my hat on.
Yeah, maybe. But it's like if you're like when you're sitting next to me, like his daps, they say you look different. I know they say you look 17 and 30 at the same time, like on your video. By the way, 80 likes on that comment is crazy.
Someone saying I look older.
They're saying bring Joe. You know what? Fair enough. It's a landslide.
Joey, I was little. No, but I didn't stand up when I was at yours, though.
No, of course you never. They said, he looks like he's 5 foot 10. I'm like, brother, people think I'm short, I'm not short, Like they actually must think I'm like 5'5". Like honestly, they must think I'm 5'5". That's nasty work.
Hold on, they're saying you look different because you looks a circular square on cam. Wait, so saying I didn't look like a circle. That brother.
Anyways, people, make sure you smash the likes. There's 860 of you in here. That's mad. But Fabrizio's obviously done his thing. He's done his thing where he comes out and he says like he updates and he's just trying to let people know. Hanno, don't get it twisted, brother. You're like 5'4", bro. You're 5 foot Don. Stop it. But what's it called? I already know how tall you are. You're 5 foot Don. Stop. He's come out and says it's literally a matter of time before he's announced. It could be a matter of days, matter of hours. And obviously, I don't think it's going to happen until the last day of the game, which is today. You know what I mean? We've got all the last games. We're going to see who gets Champions League. You lot are obviously on the beach. Are you at Anfield or are you away?
Anfield.
You're at Anfield, so you got
trophy list today.
Your trophy list today. You got Trent's last game, all of that stuff. So I'm pretty sure if you're gonna put good news with good news, the timing seems quite correct in my eyes. I don't know about for you, but it kind of makes sense. Look, you got your parade coming up. You got Trent leaving. What's the best way to like kind of uplift the fans? Anyways, it's probably by announcing Wirtz, isn't it? They've come out earlier. Matteo Moretto is the source, and also Sky Cavers tried to play a little bit of ball, but like Matteo Moretto said, it's going to be something around of 320k. Personal terms are pretty much agreed. But
Matteo Moretto.
Yeah, said personal terms have been agreed
because he's serious.
He's moving serious these days as well. So and then
I'd say he's close to tier 1.
I know. I think he's gone under Fabrizio's wing slightly. I think Fabrizio's got like a chain of people he's bringing in, a bit like Ornstein. Not all of a sudden he brings in Duncan Castles. And then Duncan Castle's like, oh, wait, hold on. And I think Ben Jacobs might be another one. And you know what? Who else said it as well? And he's credited him, by the way. So you can't say he's a bum. Like I was calling him a bum because he got something completely wrong. I think who was it about? I don't know. I think it was the whole thing with Louis Campo. Yeah, Louis Campo, right? And what I was looking at is it's like David Ornstein credited him for the news of obviously Florian Wirtz. And he even come out and said that, personal terms have also been agreed. It'll be something a little bit north of
Sky Sports was saying
320k.
otherwise. It was killing me. Man for Sky Sports.
Sky
saying
Sports,
otherwise.
can you even trust Sky
But,
Sports these
but
days?
to be fair, that was mad early on, so they just didn't have the information.
You can't trust Sky Sports. But then again, it's like Sky Cavs.
No, you definitely can. I just think it depends what country it's in. Personally,
that's why it's. You know what? You're right. To be fair, you're right, because if it's English, if it's Sky Sports, you can you see a lot of things.
If it's like German, a UK deal, if it's like a Liverpool to like Bournemouth or something, as you said, something like that, then yeah, they.
I find you know what it is, yeah. I find a lot of. I don't know about what you think in the comments, people. I'm seeing a lot of your comments. Don't worry, I'm going to bring some of them up as well. So get your comments in. Don't feel like you're not a part of this, because you are a part of this. I feel like there's a lot of guesswork these days, as in terms of they know it's going to happen, but they put their opinion out first. Not fact, but opinion. Their opinion is going to be bound. Like, let's say Sky Caviar, 325k. I reckon he's looked at Matteo Moretto, where he said, I reckon he's looked at Sasha Tavaleri, or whatever his name is, however you say it, and obviously given his opinion or fact, and then they make up their own opinion and say, you know what, I'm going to jump into this right now and say it early, so then obviously I look a little bit more credible. I'm not saying it's untrue. I do believe the personal terms. I'm going to be honest, once. I think it really is a matter of hours. I think the timing is so correct to slap down either today or tomorrow, or maybe even Tuesday.
I think because of the trophy lift. I don't feel like it would be today.
Yeah. You don't want to take away the shine, but do you not think of like maybe adding on to the shine? Imagine in your part, because obviously you want PR to hit different days. You want to get your fans, right?
Yeah.
Do you not think, imagine lifting the title and then all of a sudden, half an hour later, an hour later, you're still in around the ground, you're celebrating with the players, you're running on the pitch, whatever, or with your mates, and then before you know it, Wirtz news drops. Oh shit! Everyone's on their phones. Everyone goes mad.
Boy,
it's like
what are you saying? We're saying so in between the trophy lift and the parade. Here we go.
Slap, bro. Just good news after good news after good news.
Listen.
And obviously,
don't let me tear up on stream, G. Don't let me tear up on stream.
By the way, it's an observation. It's an observation. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying it's an observation. Like Alice made really good observations about the timing of Cunha, right? And someone else on my old panel about when to announce it, right? And it only makes sense after, obviously, the last game of the day, which is today. We'll talk about today as well. This is what I mean. By the way, if you know what? If I get 500 likes, I'm going to kick Wolfie off the stream. I mean, off the.
You reckon Frimpong and the thing could be announced at the same time? Nah, I don't think I'll do that.
I think Frimpong.
It might overshadow the Frimpong signing. Has Frimpong already? Is it already a here we go that we got? It's already a here we go, isn't it? Has the here we go already happened?
No, have you had? I don't think you've had the here we go. Have you had the here we go? I think you had. I think you have.
I've forgotten already. Have we? Have we had a here we go from Fabrizio already? Was it? Oh yeah. So it was a here we go. It was.
Yeah, I've got a here we go. You know what? Let me add Joey into this. And the best way to add Joey into this is guess what? You should already know it once. What? How should we add Joey?
Bubble settings.
See, you already know it. Bubble settings. Get in the bubble.
It's not my first time, so.
That sounded mad.
That's crazy. You better pause that.
I don't even know what you mean by that. I'm just waking up.
Hey, don't even worry about it, brother.
I'm just waking up at this point.
We know. I saw you playing FM.
No, I wasn't playing FM. Actually.
It says on your Discord that you're playing FM.
I know, I'm not playing it though. I'm literally not. I was on my motorcycle from 4 in the afternoon till like 10 at night, 11 at night. Like I wasn't doing nothing else but riding the entire day. Well, that's after I bought it yesterday. So yeah.
No, fair enough. But yeah, man. There we go. Up the Chelsea in it for today. I must admit.
Man is saying I stole LB's homework.
That's crazy. That's insane.
We said submitted it, and I got the higher mark. I copied LB and got a higher mark in the exam. Higher mark on my coursework.
Yeah. Big up, Mike, man. You've been super chatting quite a lot recently, so I appreciate you, and so does everyone else at Never FL. Mons doesn't know how to act. This is Paul's first bad B signing. Show some class
since Thiago, yeah.
Yeah, like you know what I mean?
Yeah. So why am I gonna show class?
Gatman said, don't trust Sky with rumors. They have a betting company. They pull strings on the betting market. That is a good way to look at it, you know. That's a very good way to look at it. But yeah, let me ask you. Let me ask you about.
That's actually a great question. That's a great point.
It really, for me, it is. It really is. Let me ask you lot though. Do you not like this setup, or should I just go back to like the 3 cameras? Like, because there's 3 of us in different places. Do you not want 3 cameras? Or do you not mind just filling up the space here? I like it like this personally. I don't think it matters. You're gonna hear Joey talk shit anyways. But 325k is the alleged rumor of the personal term wage. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I pulled a blinder here. Can I say why?
Yeah, go for it.
Because remember when I said yesterday, I made an observation again, you know, keyword, that I believe he's Salah's replacement. Someone that's got similar wages or had similar wages, obviously, was Salah. I said, I think this is the early replacement for Salah now, but might as well include him with it and make that adjustment period now. Now 325k for one of the best stars in the world is so calm.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's so calm. When you've got A to F players going to leave, a lot of that's going to get covered. Yeah. You had Trent leave, that's covered. Now you're going to have to act like a proper big club and probably put the big boy wages on. Don't act like Spurs, act like a big club. Act like the most successful club in England, because you are, as much as I hate to say it. You're not the biggest club, but it's the most successful. Love. But it's all I've got left, by the way. But what's it called? Does it not kind of show you with the wages put towards him is saying this is the guy we're going to build around? And this is going to be the guy that's going to...
The only thing I disagree the only thing I disagree with you on that, Cass, is that's Trent's money. That's what
Trent wasn't on that. Trent wasn't on that wage. Trent wasn't on that wage though.
But they were going to give him another. They were going to give all 3 of them a paycheck, right? They were willing to give all 3 a paycheck. Trent didn't take his. They replaced his paycheck, then give it to somebody else. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, but I feel like they've done that and added that onto Van Dijk's situation and Mo Salah's situation a lot more like than what they wanted. Because remember, they put contracts for them and they rejected it and they wanted more.
Remember how I feel like they offered Trent somewhere around 350 and then he rejected it. And then then him going to Madrid, like they ended up giving that 350 or 3 and some change to Wirtz. That's the way I took it, at least.
But you know what's different? Do you know what's different about this though? They're paying a mad fee for him and mad like image rights and all that package stuff that none of us give a shit about. By the way, can we get one thing straight? Because it used to happen for United quite a lot, yeah, and it's happened for City recently as well with Haaland and all whatever he's got going on, yeah. But since when have we ever discussed someone's image rights, how much that costs, and how much the package is? Who gives a shit?
The only time I've ever heard about image rights is
Paulo Dybala, innit? Paulo Dybala, innit? I know it.
Mount actually.
Love Alice. Big up to my cousin, man. Love as always, man.
Mount wouldn't re-sign his contract with us because he wanted image rights. I didn't even know what image rights were until the Mount deal.
Right, the better looking cousin. One sec. The better looking cousin, brother. I mean, that means you might fancy certain man as well. Then, unless you might, is that how you're rolling? I know nothing against that, by the way. Just it's nice to know that you know you like that. It's nice to know, innit? Thank you, though. But yeah, no. Go on, continue. Sorry, I just had to.
Yeah, it's okay. I like the whole thing felt like when I speak with Link pretty frequently. He was just like the way he described it is it's literally the money that he was going to spend for Trent.
Yeah,
is going to be for Wirtz. And the other thing is like you're also kind of right, Cass, because like they only got 2 years left on their deals. It's not like a long extension. It's not like they gave him 3 or 4 years, and we're going to see Salah and Van Dijk for that much longer. You know,
here's a question.
There is a good point. A point that you're right.
Here's a question: if Trent stays, do you reckon we go and get Wirtz?
I don't think so.
Wait, hold on. Oh, if Trent did stay, you mean?
Sorry, you know what I mean. Like, if we didn't lose that creativity at right back, do you think the club just goes all out, like all out?
I don't think so.
I feel like it's a response
what a question.
to losing the direct creativity that we lost. I think that
Right there.
on top of the fact that I think Slot realized that Szoboszlai also is in a 10 and that Harvey doesn't have the legs to run the 10, I think, consistently anyways. Maybe. I think maybe those are factors that you can throw those in there. But I don't know if with Trent's creativity, do we still go for creative monster in the 10?
I think that's the only way you can replace the creativity.
Or would we have got Cherky instead if Trent looked?
I think you probably go for
That's
Turkey.
such a good question, you know. Monch, you know what? It's not true what they all said about you, you know. It's crazy.
I'm gonna go grab my coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no,
I see what you're doing, Monch. Just sending people left with that question. You sent Joey to get you a drink and himself.
I hear it. I'm just saying, innit? I'm just saying it could be. It's not impossible. Like maybe Liverpool would have gone for Cherky instead if Trent was still there. Maybe. And then now that Trent's not there, Liverpool have just gone, we ain't playing around no more.
Yeah. I think
but then again, way too wasting, but then we wouldn't have Frimpong. So maybe the money would still be there.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Never say never. But it's just, I'm always thinking about wage structures and all of this stuff, right? And FSG, the way they operate. And you know what? There might be a difference in the way you've done things in terms of what, you know, obviously you got a CEO now in the transfer guru himself.
Mm-hmm.
So respectively, on that note, he might have done something where you can allocate a certain funds to bring in a certain player for a certain wage. And no one would ever really know, you know, because wage structures can change just like that, by the way. And to be fair, with a lot of, you know, it is like you got a few players that are on the high wages, but then when you look at Liverpool's other wages, it goes right down, like your 150s, your 130s, your 140s, your 100s, or even less.
Yeah.
But for me, the way I look at it is like, yeah, okay, if Trent stayed, you'd have to give him big wages. You'd have to sign Van Dijk. You'd have to sign, what's it called as well, on top of that, Salah. So that would have been the wages on, and we don't know what allocation. But I reckon what would have to be done is maybe you'd have to sell a few players before you could get someone like Wirtz in then. You know, your Simicasses might have to go. And it might have to be more accelerated before you get him over the line, if that makes sense. Take their wages away, absorb that for Wirtz, and then you can get it done. So on that notice, my answer would be, I think you still get this done.
I would disagree. I think you go for a cheaper option if you stuck with Trent. I just think that
do you think we go for more of a out and out 9 and then go with Ryan Cherky, who is the cheaper but also very much viable option as well?
I thought that was going to be the case anyways, but I thought it was going to be Xavi Simons and not Cherky. Just Cherky is just, there's something weird with the whole Cherky situation. So I'm not necessarily saying anybody's in or anybody's out of getting Cherky, but like in my opinion, it would have been Simons and like Hugo or something expensive in that manner.
What are we saying? You don't want this. You don't want this back. All right. You know what? Let's just go to this.
Who said
that? People give them the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I know. I woke up with my hair all over the place.
It's fine. We'll go to this. We'll go to this. It's fine. I wonder the delay for presenting the players is that the Adidas deal doesn't start until 1st of August. I don't think so because I've already seen pictures of Salah wearing a kit doing the thing. Or you know what? But you can announce someone. They don't need to have the top on, but you still get your you still get the what's it called?
They're probably gonna have to.
You still get your photo shoot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the photo shoot have it out a little bit further, and then have them in just like Adidas like jumper stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing like official, but just like Adidas jumper stuff. So like it doesn't actually like affect the entire Nike deal that they were on. Or it was the other way around, maybe. Like I think you're going from Adidas to Nike or the other way around. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that is the one thing is it's a big issue when it comes to like monetarily, just because Germany, like if it is still Adidas, Germany still has the Adidas contract, so they're gonna want Wirtz in that kit being presented.
And you know what's weird, Jay?
I reckon he's probably been given mad endorsements in that contract because of that Adidas thing. They're probably giving him the mad. Do you see that 325?
Oh my god! You know what? I haven't
see
even
that
thought of it like that.
Bro, you see that? You see that 325? What did Big Nasty say? Base salary. I'm talking. That's probably the minimum. The minimum. Yeah. That's the minimum. Yeah, you see the money that brother's gonna be on. Yeah, I'm talking. That is real base.
Profile. Let me go on his profile.
Yeah, his endorsements are gonna go through the ceiling.
Oh, that makes sense. His sponsor is Adidas. It's
probably gonna go up to like 600 back.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's actually getting switched very soon too. Germany's losing the Adidas contract very soon. It's like within the next 2 or 3 years they're losing.
I can't believe Mons. Who said that? You, Joey. That's two absolute bombers. That was a great question, and that's a great point. When you deep it, Liverpool going to Adidas. You know, if Wirtz is sponsored by Adidas as well. Do you know what I mean? So that kind of collective makes sense on a commercial side of things. And also, I sent you something earlier, Mons, and I think this is what makes.
I'm just glad we won a prem under Nike because you want our last prem.
No, I don't.
It was this one.
The
New Balance, innit? Our last one was New Balance.
Nasty work, man. But this is.
I personally think New Balance underrated though as a design. I don't think New Balance is the worst in the world.
I don't think they're as bad as people make them out to be.
Yeah, bro. New Balance.
New Balance is better. They don't have the PR of Nike or whatever. They actually make good quality stuff.
I think what they need is they need to try to land bigger stars to kind of like push their front and push their front.
And sometimes when stars go somewhere, other stars want to go as well. That's why I also think there's different angles to this work still. The grass looking a bit greener for Liverpool for once, because the grass sometimes hasn't looked greener in previous windows, i.e. Caicedo, Zubimendi. Yeah. The grass hasn't looked greener at times. I think this could make the grass look greener for Liverpool. I think it also sends shockwaves around Europe in terms of what Liverpool are willing to do. I think it will encourage maybe even certain players to stay maybe in the future if the club carry on moving like this. Because you can kind of look at it and go, if the club wasn't willing to bring in players, because remember what I remember the conversation. I always liken it to what was said of Teddy Sheringham and Sir Alan Sugar. He wanted to stay at Tottenham, but he asked the question. He went upstairs and asked the question, will you bring in the players to play around me? Will you bring in more players to add longevity to what we're kind of doing or whatnot? And he was told, why are you even asking these type of questions? Next thing you know, he was in a Man United shirt. And I feel like that conversation is had with Salah and Van Dijk. For them to stay, I feel like they were promised big boy moves in the market. I think the board have said that we'll move proper in the market.
So can I ask you a lot of question? Yeah, and this is for the chat as well. Get involved, and also there's 1,900 of you in here. Please smash the like button. There's a lot of likes already, as well. So please, if you can get that up to at least 600-700, that would be a delight. Remember, if you haven't subscribed as well, this is your chance. We're going to be talking a lot of transfers. There's lots more to even talk about at the moment. We still got Kerkez. Oh my God, we still got Kerkez to talk about. Even as Mitoma and Arsenal shortlisting, that's actually true, by the way. That's an absolute option. I think that's a great option as well for Arsenal.
That would be smart from them, actually. That would be very smart from them.
That would be very smart. It would be very smart, especially if
because it would put serious pressure on Martinelli. Like it would actually give you a player that could put serious pressure on Martinelli.
I read this up as well. I sent it to Mons, and this should have been an early indication, and this was not brought up, by the way, an early indication about the way Florian Wirtz thinks. Right? He said this in March in a magazine. He said, "I have a lot of respect for guys here in Leverkusen who come from South America or Africa. They leave their families and their surroundings behind for their careers. It definitely appeals to me to leave my comfort zone at some point and experience something new. I know football locker rooms well enough. I'm convinced that I would settle in wherever I go." Do you know how big of a quote that is? And that was never drawn up. Going to Bayern Munich is not leaving your comfort zone. If he's talking about ambitions leaving comfort zones, some may have added that towards someone like Real Madrid, but no one actually had that towards, obviously, at that point, Manchester City before all of that stuff. So I don't know if Dax might have used that quote or anybody else might have used that, but that's Wirtz's words. That's Wirtz's words.
That's impressive, man. He's an impressive young man. It's just what it comes down to. It's shit's impressive that he's willing, like, to willingness. You don't see that from German players that often. The willingness to try something new outside of Germany. It's very, very it's admirable to think of that he just doesn't take the easy way out and just keeps collecting those silver plates in Germany every single year that Bayern end up getting.
Yeah, this ain't a Liverpool channel. It's just that all the news is Liverpool's way.
Yeah, no, right?
I'm not gonna lie. Look, I can sit here and I could be like other channels and just try and knock this signing or knock something. But then, what's the point of having a top 6 channel if the host doesn't speak relatively balanced or neutral on other players? I'll do the same for your clubs as well. I don't care that I support United. It's just like when it comes to United, I get way more emotional.
And you have your own channel for your talk on Man U.
Do you get it? I'm trying it. It's not nice. You can probably hear pain in my flipping voice as saying it. It disgusts me, man. What number? All right, cool. Last part before we move on to Kerkez. What number does he get? Because I'm looking at the numbers now.
66. Sorry.
That's crazy. You would do that.
That just slipped out.
Oh,
I didn't even mean that.
Who's 10?
That was just.
Who's 10 on that team?
Number 10 is McAllister.
Oh,
I'm looking at the available numbers. Here's the available numbers at the moment: 6, 12, 13, 15, and 16. 22, which it might be a good shout. 23, 24, 25. Anything between 27 to 37 and beyond, pretty much, because there's obviously academy-looking numbers. What numbers does he pick? Curtis Jones is number 17. Chiesa's 14, rumored to leave. Harvey Elliott's 19, rumored to leave. Luis Diaz is number 7, rumored to leave. I can't really see Szoboszlai giving up the 8. I can't see McAllister giving up the 10. That's his whole brand. And Curtis Jones is number 17, is which number he wears for Germany. What number does he pick?
I think number 10 would suit Florian, but
he's 17 in Germany, so maybe he does one of them ones where
who's Germany's number 10? Is it Kai? Or is it
I think it's Sane. I think it's Sane. Is it Sane? No,
Sane.
Isn't Sane number 10?
I'm looking it up right now.
He's number 17 for Germany.
Yeah, it's Musiala.
Is it Musiala? Musiala then.
Musiala's
I think
again. Probably why another reason he weren't trying to go, because what number is Musiala for Bayern Munich?
Pretty sure he's.
Oh, that's who Sane might be 10 for. Isn't he like number? Is he like what? No, I can't remember what number he is. Is he not like number 40?
Yeah, Sane's number 10.
Number 42. There you go. He's number 42. He's going to take that 10 shirt when Sane leaves this summer.
Probably, yeah. We saying I reckon Bayern offered him that 10 shirt though.
Yeah, for sure.
I reckon
they offered him that 10 shirt.
No doubt.
I reckon he either takes. I think he takes number 21 or 22. 21 when Simicast leaves.
I was thinking the other way. I was thinking 12. That's what literally I was thinking. I was thinking 12 or like
that's
14.
that's like Giroud's old number for Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't see that.
I was just thinking something that where he builds his own number.
You
know how like
I didn't see that.
You know how Cole picked a number
14.
and he's just like, all right, that's his number. He's probably not getting 10 anymore. It's just like that's his number.
I think he's gonna pick 14. When Chiesa leaves, he's gonna pick 14.
That sounds right. That sounds
about right, isn't it? I'd say so. Yeah, 12 is more of a goalkeeper. That's Chris Smalling's old number as well. Yeah, I think so. 400 likes, please. Again, smash into the like button. Maybe number 27 is a shout. 27 is a weird number that you see people running around with. I just see someone say 27. Look into 27. It's his old number.
I mean,
yeah, 27.
Divock Origi. Did Darwin Núñez have 27 as well?
No.
Didn't Darwin have 27?
Yeah, that's
at one point. I think you're right.
Darwin was number 27 at one point, huh?
Maybe.
He took Divock's number. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Darwin was 27.
Wills says he wore 27 at Bayern before he wore 10.
Okay,
as a Leverkusen Bayer, you mean?
Yeah, Bayer.
Yeah, Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah. Oh, there you go. But anyways, more news drops for you in terms of Kerkez, my bro. See, you got this weirdly. See Liverpool, they got this thing for players with flags that are horizontal. You know, the horizontal flags. You know what I mean? You got the Hungarian one. You know, you got the green, white, and red. Then you're going for the German one. And then who's the other player? And then Frimpong. You got the Netherlands one. Do you know what I mean? You got something. I'm telling you now, this is a weird code. It's a weird code that's going on over at Liverpool. Before you know it, they're going to be linked to someone else with a horizontal flag, man. We got it, man. What we doing? But yeah, Kerkez, he said that it's, again, for Wirtz to come out today with pretty much the kind of the same-ish update about Kerkez that he's kind of said before. But they're saying it's just not a problem for Liverpool. That's how much he's like really just, you know, he's just literally shrugged it off and say this is not a problem for Liverpool. I don't think there's any what's it called either, any competition for him. I think it's just like you've done all the work. Kind of
I think City. I think
they tried. I think they're going to try, but I don't think he's going to go there.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
He's already said Kerkez is keen on moving to. For Wirtz said today again, like he's keen on moving to Liverpool. And I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure he's keen on moving to City as well. But why would you not want to link up with your Hungarian? Like your,
I wouldn't
your
be
Hungarian
surprised if Kerkez was spoken to like back last year, and they said, "Listen, have one good season. Have one good season at Bournemouth,
and we're coming.
And then you find yourself at a top club."
No, I'm just thinking you said it to him last year, like
probably
just have a good season, and we're coming to get you. You're my guy. You're the guy that I scouted when you were in.
Yeah, kind of like that gentleman. You see that kind of gentleman's agreement kind of thing, where it's like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's my opinion. I think that with Kerkez though, because he's 21 as well, he's got a lot of years on him. So I like he's performing really well for Bournemouth. Will it be an instant hit? I don't know about instant hit, but I feel like he's a very good side.
When you've got Van Dijk playing next to you, I don't think much can necessarily go as wrong as you need it to, because you've got that kind of cover. And also you got McAllister. So when you think of that left-hand side, he's got quite good link up already.
Mons, you went from bottom 10 fullback defensively covered to like top 5 total.
With who?
Defensively, with the way
minus Frimpong.
Well, no, I'm thinking the other kid, Bradley starts in that position for him, and Bradley and Kerkez, and like now you have actual two defensive people, who can defend on the wings now, which has been something that
they got high energy as well, like a lot of energy. Like forget about Frimpong.
A lot of ground is going to be covered by all of them.
Yeah, I think Bradley's going to get the nod.
Frimpong, Kerkez, and Bradley, all of them, they're going to cover a ton of ground for you for that.
I mean, I've seen Bradley get like chefed up a couple times, but he's definitely capable. I'd say for a modern fullback.
Of course, he's a good footballer still, though. Like it's not. I would
like to. It kind of shows what type of wingbacks Liverpool are after, though. Yeah, Bradley and Kerkez, like you see what I'm saying. Even Frimpong, maybe just from an explosive, electric type of. You know how like you look at like an Arsenal, and they have more centre backs as their wing backs at times, in like the Ben White mode. Even Timber, funnily enough, was a centre back. Do you know what I'm saying? You got Calafiori, who also can play centre back, plays out wide. Like, I feel like we've kind of gone the opposite way. We've gone more robust and traditional of our right backs and left backs. Well, that's an interesting one. And don't you think it's crazy? Even just I don't want to go back to Wirtz, but like the kind of smokescreen that's kind of been going on. If this is all true, and Liverpool have been speaking to Wirtz as long as we have. Don't you have to look at Michael Edwards and go, the way we've done business is a complete flip compared to how it's been for the last 4 years. 4 or 5 windows. Sorry.
Well, Mods, this is why when we were on my show, I told you this is the most interesting man in football. This is all he's just doing things at a different rate. Like and the fact of the matter that we all didn't know that he was talking to Wirtz for as long as he did. And then it comes out.
Wirtz with a V.
Wirtz, whatever. I'm sorry. Wirtz. You're gonna end up. You got to give him all the credit in the world, bro. Like it's just so.
But it's not just him. You got. I said it yesterday, and they didn't. And obviously, my man didn't want to hear it. Daps, and obviously, I didn't think Wolfie wanted to hear it either. Like, there's a lot of the shine is going to Michael Edwards because of his past, but at the same time, you got to give the same light onto Richard Hughes. His name has been mentioned in pretty much all his
articles. And Arnie Slot, because he said the meeting of Arnie Slot was a crucial. Well, it's said by Bayern, so it was crucial. Yeah, the meeting with the manager, because remember he said Vincent Kompany was very unmoving, like it wasn't unconvincing.
I know he uses data, but
why? You want to know why though, man? Is because look at how many fucking players they have to play that position.
I saw that.
Excuse my language. But look how many goddamn players they have for that position. It's like, yeah, how are you supposed to plan words in that within all of those players? How? You don't know how you can get rid of Sané. You don't know how you can get rid of Coleman. you've been messing around with Tel for a year. You have Olise playing that position, Musiala playing that position for you. Like, how do you fit him? Company, tell me, how can you fit him? With Arnie, you're like, oh yeah, Szoboszlai's going back in position. He's going back to 8. It's yours. It's yours.
Oh.
It's yours.
Do you know what to say? I just heard. Apparently, Wirtz ain't pronounced Wirtz. It's Wirtz. Florian Wirtz, like that.
See, so we see.
Wirtz.
Listen,
Wirtz.
we'll get used to it. We'll get you. We're gonna have plenty of, opportunities.
I'm not trying to hear.
matches.
I'm not trying to hear Wirtz, bro. I'm trying to hear Wirtz. You know what I mean? It's like it's like me calling someone.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, Arnie Slot had the easiest route to explain this to him. It's not even like it's like big bro. I'm not playing Szoboszlai at the 10. It's yours, bro. That's it. That's all he had to go and say. It's like, it's yours. Companies over here is like, oh, I got Musiala playing there. I got Olise playing there. And then you might have to, fit in within all that. It's the easiest thing in the world. So to say, hey, it's your position to take. I'm not going to even play Szoboszlai. He's your backup. Like, I'm not playing him there. Like, that, to me, Arnie Slot, they had the easiest convincing job ever. like seriously. Like, yo, you're not going to play over there as much as you're going to play here. You're going to be the star here. That's it.
Yeah, it's going to be quite dangerous, man. What do you lot rate this? Like, you know what? It's not even about how much do you lot rate this. It's not even June, bro. It's not even June.
This was going to be my question to Mike. How much more do you do from here?
I think next is going to be all outgoings, bro. I think they'll be focused on outgoings. They're going to recover whatever they need to recover. That's just my prediction. It's June, and they got 3 men coming through the door.
Yeah,
potentially.
I feel like maybe 1 or 2 outgoings. You might be a little bit quiet, but as I said, Gaffer wants to get everyone in before preseason.
Yeah, I know. You told me that.
So I reckon it will probably be a striker. I still want a midfielder, just so Grav can get the rest he needs. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I just feel like I don't want to run our midfielders into the ground, and I feel like, I know it sounds mad coming from me, but Szoboszlai's legs will be needed. Or Szoboszlai, do you know what? We might not even be getting a midfielder, because Szoboszlai might be dropped deeper and molded to play in the pivot, so we don't have to buy a player that plays in the pivot.
I think that's exactly what he's planning on doing. How about striker and attacking in the attacking areas? Can we talk a little bit about those areas?
Do you know what I'm saying?
So does nothing happen until Diaz gets sold, pretty much? It's like that's pretty much what we're at, where we're at with that position, with those positions.
This is what I'm saying. So, I feel like if Szoboszlai is moved deeper, yeah, but mixed. But the thing is, he needs Szoboszlai struggles on the half turn in the 10 position. So it just makes him really bland, and I don't know. I'm struggling to even think of the word. It makes him ineffective.
I see you live with that Fofana kid. Oh, that was semi left.
He's so good.
He looks so good.
I
saw one.
He can't shoot, bro. He can't shoot though. He has a problem shooting, but like dribbling, like 1-on-1, and like getting into tight spaces, like beating people in tight spaces. He's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree there. You just need one game just to know that this guy is cracked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Jack Grealish is almost thrown out. Yeah, he got dropped, didn't he? He got dropped out of the whole squad. Thrown out by someone who thinks he wouldn't be a good player.
His team's looking completely done still.
What do you think happens to him?
I think he goes on loan, but they said he doesn't want to loan. They don't want to loan him to a rival club. But there's rumors of him and Newcastle, and I'm thinking putting Jack Grealish in Newcastle is probably the worst combination. But you have a lot of. Huh? Why? Because the environment.
He'd be good, you mean?
No, he'd be amazing for Newcastle, in my opinion.
Okay, I thought so too. I thought
putting Jack Grealish in the city of Newcastle.
Oh yeah, that part. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think Forrest would.
I wouldn't mind if you got Grealish, you know. I can't even lie, you know.
What, Grealish in the 10?
Listen,
Well,
I'm not
Grealish
saying
Grealish in the 10.
go do it. I'm not saying go do it.
Grealish in the 10.
He ain't gonna cost 100 M's for no one. He ain't costing no 100 M's.
He's not
You know
going
what
to
I'm
cost
saying?
anything.
How old is he? 30? He's 30 now.
You're about 30, yeah.
He's 30.
He's not going to cost anything.
Listen.
So
Chelsea, get on that. Get on that.
They won't sell to us.
Arsenal,
understand?
get on that.
They won't sell to us, bro. They won't sell to us. They're done
Bro,
selling
he's
to us, bro.
28. Is he? No, he can't be 28. Grealish must be 30 now.
Nah, I think he is 28, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, you might be right, actually. Let me see.
He's 29. He's 29.
Yeah, so he'll be 30 in the new year.
I can't lie. You lot are saying Grealish is done, bro. He's not done. Grealish is not done, bro. You don't. His quality is permanent, isn't it? Like my thing is that it's just not an extortionate price thing. it's just not an extortionate price thing. You gotta take a little. You're gonna.
He probably
Over
should
here,
just go back
there.
to Villa. He should probably just go back to Villa, where he's
Brother, Grealish ain't getting. You think, bro? Grealish ain't got no more big boy contracts above 300 M's. Sorry, 300K.
He's on 300
He's
M's.
gonna earn less. He's gonna earn less.
Do you know why it makes sense to go back to Villa though? Because when you think of like they need to sell and they can go get a loan, they might, Morgan Rogers might go, or Jacob Ramsey's like, yeah, you can go get money. What's the best option? Go get someone that can play that kind of carrying position where it's left mid or in the middle.
Right?
You know what I mean? I think it goes back to Villa.
With Rogers coming through, they put Grealish back in the 10, give him the free roll.
In the left or on the left. But either or, it don't matter.
I think they do the left thing because think about Rashford. They used Rashford so much in the second part of the season. Like they use him a lot. And like if they don't sign Rashford, which it doesn't look like they're going to.
Oh wait,
it's the perfect time. It's the perfect.
I can't see it. I can't see it. But London might be a thing.
Could you imagine if the only thing though, I'd just be like Solanke, Brennan, Grealish.
It's Brexit.
But no, but then
That's the Brexit.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
With Maddison in the 10.
Yeah, with Maddison in the 10.
That's
in fairness to Spurs though, they're looking at a right winger, innit? They're looking at Mbumos and stuff like that.
They need a left winger, bro.
They need a left winger, bro.
Yeah, I hear it, but they still need a right winger. Like remember, they still got Odegaard, but he's probably better off the left than he's the right. But I'm just saying, innit? They're looking at, if they're going to get two wingers, if they're going to look at two wingers, imagine Grealish in London, by the way, and then they go get a right winger. You're like, oh wait, hold on, this looks kind of good. But who knows, anyway. But bar that, talking of wingers, Mitoma. Arsenal are looking at him now. We ain't seen much about. All we've seen with Arsenal is like I've seen Leao, I've seen that stuff. I've seen
I think he goes to Bayern,
Williams.
By the way,
I think it's going to be a toss-up between them. I think Bayern are going to show some intent. They definitely need a left winger. But if you're going to go profile a left winger that's going to probably, let's say, cater to someone, let's say like Gyökeres maybe. Mitoma is, bro, I think he's got it all in his locker. He's creative. He's got a good shot on him. He's at a good age. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to be mad pricey. Don't stop. I keep saying it. Arsenal got to stop looking at project players, man. Stop looking at players that you think you can make amazing. Like there's stuff going on with Ranieri at the moment, allegedly, that, with the contract situation and what they got planned for him, he might not be feeling. I don't know. I think he'll be fine anyways. But Mitoma, yeah, I agree. His consistency levels of last year was nowhere near there, but it's like he was kind of prized out. I'm looking at someone that's going to be, 28 years of age, or he is already, and I'm thinking someone that's already a bit more ready-made, prem-proven. Mate, you're looking like I don't think that he's going to go for more than £50 million.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
If the number is 50 million, I think it's a good deal.
I think it's a good deal as well.
If it's the number is 50 million,
he does have a little bit of a. I think he's getting a little bit injury prone though. That's my only reservations.
I also wonder. I feel like they're starting to get overloaded at winger without a sale.
They got loads.
Yeah, without a sale, it feels like there's an overload. And what happens if they buy a winger? What happens to Ranieri? Well,
he's more on the right hand side. There's
that doesn't matter because that doesn't matter in my opinion because if they keep Martinelli's going to be the backup to the right side.
I think Martinelli's going to go. Trossard signed a new deal or signing a new deal. I think there has to be space.
No, wait. When was Trossard signing a new deal?
Yeah, no joke. He signed an extension. Am I right?
He already did this week.
Yeah.
What?
So that for me, that tells
This
me
is what
Arsenal.
we mean by this, man.
Brother, put the Trossard in the bag, fam.
What do we do? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even make sense. Like,
Yeah, but
if
I
you're
want-
going to
I-
go buy a
go on.
left winger, right? Like, that means one of your wingers should be sold. And the
Yeah,
one
so
that would be sold should probably be Trossard in the manner of he's like the cheaper of the
Age.
version, the older of the version, the one that you can is like the player that you pull off the bench. But he got the deal, and Martinelli's sitting here. I'm wondering if he's the one that ends up being sold.
I think they've made the decision, get Nelly sold. That's what it tells me. I'm not joking. If you're going to keep Trossard, you're thinking up front, they've already got Havertz and whatever, yada, yada, yada. So that's kind of covered. Partey's going to sign a new deal, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Don't matter. Now, on the left-hand side, they'd already said that they want a left winger. That's quite obvious, whether it's...
Correct.
What's his name from Atalanta? Bad boy, Lookman, whether it's Matoma's or whoever, Leao's, whoever it is.
Linked to Rodrigo.
They're looking at...
Listen, people need to start
ready-made.
looking at Brian Zaragoza. People aren't looking in the right.
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
I'm
but you're
telling you,
doing
guy.
project left wingers now. Like they don't need project
I
left
told
wingers.
you.
No, I'm not saying. I said people specifically. He's someone you could sign along with a superstar. Personally.
Why am I saying Gyökeres rejecting Arsenal? Why do you keep saying that, Fraser?
No, Gyökeres ain't rejected. Gyökeres.
There's no decision until after his cup final.
I'm pretty
Anyways,
sure that's today too, right?
yeah, that's today. There's nothing on.
Yeah, someone said Leao and Bayern. You reckon Bayern go and get Leao?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I think that's the top of their list. But regardless, anyways, back to that. I reckon Martinelli's up for sale. You can't keep both of them again past this period. Martinelli, look, I think he'd be good at another team that plays more in transition, less responsibility, less pressure. Martinelli will be a solid player. Cool, that's fine. Go over to Italy, you'll probably kill it over there as well. Go over to Spain, you probably kill it over there as well. Regardless. But right now, when it comes to the Prem, the way they low block Arsenal, Martinelli is just not that solution.
Martinelli, I bet you Martinelli would actually be. He would be a good footballer for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, exactly.
Like actually, the amount of running and ground covering the guy does.
But that's what makes me think. In my eyes, I think Arsenal priced Martinelli.
Oh, Napoli would be another good spot for him.
But I think they priced Martinelli as the one who can get the most money out, Trossard or Martinelli, and I think they chose Martinelli because Trossard will be easy to shift probably next.
I'm sure they'll get pure profit for him. That's probably why.
Yeah, of course they would. No, does anyone disagree with that?
I don't know.
There's a lot of doubts around this, man. Even in the Arsenal fan
I
base.
know how you feel about Martinelli, at least.
Yeah, we all know how we feel. That don't matter about us. Keeping him is a plus for us, pretty much. But for them lot, they need something brand new. They need something brand new up front. They need something fresh.
They just need to take the pressure off of Saka.
Here's the thing,
Exactly.
though. Wouldn't you think that a player like that they probably price out?
Who?
Martinelli.
Oh, they price out. What they asked? How about this? They asked for 50 million out of Florian Ketia. They didn't get it. Now they ask him allegedly 60 million for someone like Kivior. They're not getting 60 million for Kivior, bro. Now, when it comes to Martinelli,
but this is historic Arsenal. The reason why I tell you this is because it's historic Arsenal. They say, "Oh, we want to sell this player," all right, and then they put the number, and we're like, "No one's fucking buying them for this number." Like, what if like the whole Martinelli thing? It has to probably be like it ends up probably being like a Saudi situation that they want to try to do.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. By the way, people, we are 8 likes off of 500. I hope people have been subscribing to Joey as well. Joey has a channel. I said it yesterday when he was on with me and Daps. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Alhamdulillah. But what's it called? So yeah, please let's get Joey up some subscribers. Did you get 8 at least?
I'm 1 away from 700.
There we go. So people, if anyone's in here, one of the mods, please post Joey's link for his channel. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap up there. Mont is an aesthetics. Shake my head. Keep that pub merchant away. Crazy. Me and Mont are gonna carry this exact conversation over on Big Six Bands. So until the football's on,
you are welcome as well if you have.
Yeah, I'll join you guys.
So if you want to carry this conversation on everyone, let's just go head over there, right? It's exactly the same thing. So that means there's 1,600 of you. It will say play next on this channel. So when it says play next,
don't even touch
how many likes we on so far on this though? How many likes we on so far?
We'll move you over to Big Six Bands. Just wait for us to just move you over. We'll be there in a second.
And for those, and just a quick message for you guys. A lot of people have been asking me, Monts, You know, when are you gonna cook Corey? He's lost the final. Guys. Today. Don't worry.